Thank you. Well, a question, by the way, for Sheryl as well. First of all, thank you so much for such a revealing story where we definitely saw how deep those emotions run with every public persona who spoke about this situation, that it is personal. So since it is personal, I'm surprised that there was not a case of somebody literally snapping and going postal on paparazzis and shooting them. I know it's, they're not I know
Believe me.
Nice.
Sheryl, do you own a gun?
I do not own a gun, however. You know,
So
it's
it won't
funny
be you.
because I don't know. Well, go ahead and ask your question. I'll tell you.
Well, it basically is that I understand it would be a suicide practically because you will be teared apart, you will be sued, but just
Yeah, you know that.
for suicide, you know.
Don't think that you don't feel like it sometimes, but then you weigh, do I want to spend the rest of my life in jail over some guy that's, you know, going to go ahead and do what he's, you know, doing anyway. It is an interesting thing, what David was saying about not being able to legislate. You can't legislate people's desire for the magazines and for all the tabloid stuff. And, you know, the deep implications of it are, to me, really about who we are as Joe Public now and how we feel about ourselves, like in the 50s or even before that with photo play and magazines like that. I think particularly women, probably housewives, looked at these glamorous photos, and they weren't tell-alls, obviously, and their minds took them to a place of what if I was that, or whatever those photos serve. Now, it's not a place of where we look at the magazines and we think, I would love to be like that, or maybe it is, or it's, oh my God, can you believe he's picking his nose, or she's got cellulite, or whatever. Whatever it says about who we are and how we feel about ourselves is directly, I think, correlated to our lack of, I don't know if it's self-esteem or our lack of connection, but you cannot legislate it, and it is problematic, and a lot of times you don't see celebrities pulling out, you know, beating people up or pulling out guns, because now we've created this forum where people can be famous, and there are a lot of celebrities, which I don't know, when I watched the movie, I don't remember if it was really covered, but there are celebrities that actually use the media and that wield their status by manipulating the media and calling upon them and, you know, letting them know where they're going to be. And so I think it really is, it's about supply and demand, whether people buy the magazines, and that's going to continue. Now we're in a place where we have to guard our kids, and in America it's not, there is no legislation to protect our kids from having their pictures taken. You go to Europe and they have to blot out their faces and stuff. And for some of us, you know, the only answer was to move. And I moved to Nashville where there are no paparazzi. And it's an interesting life to be there and then step back into it and visit it. And it seems more manageable and more surreal and more ridiculous, but at the same time, it is here, it's not going away. And it's just, like David said, everyone's a journalist, everyone can blog anonymously, everyone's a photographer. It's the Wild West, it's a new frontier, and we're here, so it's all worth thinking about. My only thing is, if you don't buy it, you don't have that kind of crappy feeling, like you've just eaten a big fat steak with the devil.
Well, everyone's promised not to buy them anymore. Before you got here, they'll promise.